Here we are in Pirkei Avos, Perek Beis Mishnah Ches. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, Kibbutz Yehudim Mishamei. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, he received it from Hillel and Shammai. Who Yoimer here would say, "Im lamada Torah harbe al tachzik toivel, atzmacha ki lokach notzarta." Person who learned a lot of Torah, don't give yourself credit because this is why you are created. I'm going to offer at least 8 explanations to this very important statement. First of all, Rashi already points out over here, quotes the Gemara in Sukkah and Kaf Ches Amar Aleph, says that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai was a tremendous scholar who learned a tremendous amount of Torah, and therefore he he preached what he practiced what he preached. He did this. Rashi explains, don't give yourself credit if you learn so much, and therefore people should honor you. Don't say that, because this is why we were created. Ki lekach mitzarta. We were created to learn, and it's a big obligation placed upon us. The Gra relates that we were created to learn, as the pasuk says, "Adam la'amel yulad." We were created to toil. And the Gemara in Sanhedrin Sadi Beis explains that pasuk refers to toiling in Torah. Explanation 2. Rabbeinu Yonah explains that this is analogous to someone who owes money to someone else. When the money is paid back, he's not going to give himself credit because he was obligated to pay the money back. The same applies to learning Torah. Shouldn't give ourselves credit for learning a lot because this is why we were created. Explanation number 3, and this is one of my favorites. The Medrash Shmuel and Lev Avos explains that someone who learns a lot of Torah, don't give yourself credit. That's not what it means. Al tachzik toivel atzmacha. Even lamanat Torah, al tachzik toivel atzmacha. Tachzik can mean hold. Don't hold the good for yourself. The tov is referring to Torah. The tov, the good, is referring to Torah. Don't hold the good for yourself. Because this is why you were created. You were created to learn and to teach. So the mission, according to this, would be saying, if you learned a lot of Torah, don't hold it for yourself. You have to share it with other people. The pasuk says that we just quoted, Adam la'amel yulad, a person was created to toil. The word le'amel, to toil. The lamed stands for lilmod, to learn. The ayin in la'amel, the next letter, al, the lilmod al. The mem is manas, learn with the condition. And then the last lamed, the lamed. Learn with the condition to teach. Learn in order to teach. Beautiful explanation. That's the Avodas Yisrael. Explanation number 4. Tiferes Yisrael explains, someone who learned a lot of Torah shouldn't say, "Oh, I did so because of my own strengths. It was all because of me. It was all because of me." No, no, no. You were created this way. You were created with the intellectual abilities to be able to do so. Don't give yourself credit. This is how you were created. Explanation number 5. Vilna says, why would you give yourself credit if you learned a lot of Torah? You already learned the whole Torah as a fetus anyways. The Gemara Nida discusses. Teach the entire Torah to a fetus. So don't give yourself credit if you learned a lot of Torah again while you were alive. You already did that. Explanation number 6. There's a beautiful explanation over here. Nesifta quotes this in the Yalkut of Biurim. Don't give yourself credit if you learned a lot, because you barely scratched the surface. We didn't even learn 1/1000th of the Torah. There's so much out there. It's incredible. You could live hundreds of lifetimes, you still wouldn't have learned the whole Torah. So why would you give yourself credit then? You barely did anything. Explanation number 7. The Petach Einayim explains, we were created to learn a specific area of Torah. No one else in the world is able to reveal this area of Torah other than us. This portion of the Torah is ours from Har Sinai, and we're created for this. So that means we're created to learn that portion. We discussed in the introductory recordings to Sefer Yoshua about how the Elshach came to the Arizal and said, teach me Kabbalah, secrets of the Torah. And the Arizal responded, no. You're in this world, l'sarich Torah's drush. You're not here to learn Kabbalah. You're here to learn drush, which is types of ethical ideas, drush, and the like. So he said he's not going to teach him Torah. And it's actually brought that if a person would learn those areas that he's not supposed to be learning, he's going to be judged in the future for that. Because we have to utilize the areas that are cut out for us for Torah. Everyone has their chelik in Torah. Explanation number 8. This is also one of my favorite explanations. Cham Sofer says, someone who learned a lot of Torah definitely should not give himself credit. If someone just learned Torah but didn't come up with insights, chidushim, write them down, why would he give himself credit? We already came into this world and we found all the Torah here. What did we do to improve the Torah? If we're leaving the world how we came into it, says the Chassam Sofer, what is there to brag about, to give ourselves credit about? We have to change the world for the better, aka by learning Torah. Not only by learning, but by writing it down, coming out with the Chedushim. That's something that we need to do. If we just learn, I think give yourself credit to learn and write it down. And come up with insights, which happens through learning in depth properly. Okay. Very important Mishnah. One of my favorite Mishnahs.